everyone and welcome back to our channel Astrover Challenge.
As I mentioned in the previous video that the design process is iterative. In this video, we will be discussing about this process.
Before Mukul and I began with the design phase, we looked for all available material for the rover on the internet. This was our knowledge acquisition and research phase where we looked at existing photographs and videos of human powered rover. Whenever we came across any interesting design, we made a note of it and discussed its advantages and disadvantages of including this design in the manufacturing and assembly phase of the prototype. Particularly, we came across very different and interesting design of tires, wheel assemblies and seating configurations. Pros and cons of different seating configurations have already been explained in our previous video. This phase gave us a starting point and helped us to determine various sub-assemblies of our vehicle. For ease in design process, the vehicle was divided into various assemblies. The major assemblies were identified as ergonomics, transmission, brakes, suspension, steering, wheel assembly, chassis or frame, miscellaneous, example, seats, seat restraints, folding mechanisms, etc. Each assembly is equally important. It is not that transmission assembly is more important than steering assembly. A single missing nut and bolt can have major consequences during the course of the event. Even though every assembly may look independent of each other, it is not true. Each assembly is going to interact with other assembly in the vehicle. So, it is necessary to consider the effects one assembly may have on other assemblies. For example, while designing transmission assembly, it is necessary to consider pedal position of the driver, suspension members, mounting of axles on the chassis, mounting of brake rotors, and so on.
The next stage is to design individual component and assemble it on any CAD software. CAD helps to create and visualize a component before we manufacture it. Assembling the component and systems in CAD helps us to find out clearance between components and identify any unwanted interference between the components. Sagar and I primarily use SolidWorks software for designing, as we previously used this software. It goes without saying that designing or selection of components depends on calculation. If proper calculations are not carried out while designing, say a shaft, it will either break or it will have greater mass than required. Calculations also provide a basis for our next step, that is FEA and simulation. Carrying FEA and simulation is an important step in any design process. This process predicts whether your design is going to sustain the loads which you have calculated. That is, whether the design is safe or not. It helps to test various load cases scenario with different materials and select the best option possible. It also provides an opportunity to optimize the design to strike an optimum balance between material strength and weight. Once all the calculation and simulation is completed, the next step is to procure the material. Some materials like nut, bolts, washer, etc. are available as standard component, whereas we need to buy raw material for manufacturing the components like wheel, hub, upright, shaft, suspension arm, etc. It is important to buy materials from trusted vendors at affordable price.
The next important stage is manufacturing. It is necessary to manufacture components as designed and within the desired tolerance levels. Always emphasize on get it right in the first time. Remanufacturing will cost you both time and money. The process of combining different systems is called as assembly. If all previous stages are done meticulously, assembly stage will not take a lot of time. After going through all the stages of design and manufacturing, here comes the fun part of testing the rover. Testing provides you an opportunity to check the functionality and reliability of each and every component. If any component breaks down, you will have enough time to replace the component or to make suitable changes to the design. We hope that you have started with this iterative design and prototyping phase of a human-powered rover. Feel free to comment below if you have any concerns. And if you like our channel, do subscribe to it for further updates.